I said I was gonna do another video pretty quickly, and though it looks like I could be another day as I'm wearing something different, I am not. I just got a little more comfortable. What is the office like? Well, the office here in Hamburg is like 20 stories high or something like that, as well as the ground floor, which is EG. I don't know the German word it stands for. And then there's the below ground, which is OK. And then there's below ground, which is UK. It's kind of set up in a Y, where there are 3 different halls, and they all run into and intersect with each other in the center. The office that I sit in is the entire Axe team, so the 3 managers, Joachim, Mariella, and Frida, as well as the 3 associates, so myself, Katarina, and Thomas. And we kind of sit 2, 2, and 2, with a little bit of wall separating Mariella and Thomas from the rest of the 4 of us. It's really different than being at home. One, besides kind of not having as much as your personal space, I basically have like kind of a table that, well, the camera is not wide enough, but about arm's length apart, and that's my space. But my boss is sitting, Frida is sitting right across from me, so as I'm looking through the camera, as easily I could be looking at her. And everyone's on the phone all the time, and everyone's speaking different languages. Mariella speaks Spanish, a little bit of German, and English. Really, everyone speaks English. Thomas, Joachim, and Katarina all speak German and English at least. And Frida is Swedish, so she's sometimes speaking Swedish, sometimes German, and English. And then, of course, I'm just speaking English. But everyone's speaking different languages all around you, so I'm not purposely listening to anyone's conversations, and nor do I really understand most of what's going on, but it's hard not to when you're working. You hear someone right next to you. It's not like back in the States where maybe someone's in the queue next to you and you hear them speaking, but it's only one noise going on, and you can easily ignore it. There can be 6 conversations going on, as well as a conference call on speakerphone all at the same time, all in essentially a pretty small room. The cafeteria is rather interesting. There are 3 meals per se each day. I don't know exactly what they're called, but the 3rd one is the manager special, and I think it's €5. And Joachim's funny. He's very German, and he said that's the meal you always have to have, because it's the best meal, whether it's meat or fish, or it's really a nice plate actually. There's also a wok, which is not a wok like we would consider it in the States, but it's a station that changes each day. Sometimes pasta, sometimes stir fry, which I guess goes with the wok, sometimes other things, which will have meat and or vegetarian things. Items, and then there's a salad bar, which once again doesn't compare to a salad bar in the States, but it's certainly an option. What's really funny is when you go to get a drink, the cups are about this big, and it's measured in milliliters, and it's like 0.05 or something ridiculously small liters or milliliters of water. I guess it wouldn't be 0.05 milliliters, but maybe 0.05 liters, and it's really, really small. And to be honest, if I was to take as much as I really would drink from the soda fountain or water or whatnot, I'd probably need at least 10 cups. So it's just really funny, because then you go anywhere else in Hamburg, and the beers are about this big, but still, all the waters and all the drinks are really small. So it's just, ironic, the size of everything. So lunches have worked out all right. For those of you who don't know, I don't eat meat. I eat some fish, but I've been able to kind of get by. The lunch ladies and I are starting to figure out how to speak to each other and say, no meat in the dish. Everyone takes lunch together, and it's actually almost looked down upon if you don't go down to lunch with the rest of the team. So when 12 or 12:30 or 1 o'clock, it's not always the same exact time hits, the entire team goes for lunch. The global team basically goes together. Sometimes the European Axe team will join us, or some of the other directors or other people, the finance or CMI teams. But we all go together, we all get lunch together, and then we all sit together. So you take as as most people here speak British English, it would be a proper lunch each day. So it's something that we do in the States, I think, from time to time, but for the most part, a lot of people will take lunch pretty quickly or bring it back to their desk. So that's that, and I am cooking dinner as we speak, so I'm going to stop this recording and potentially come back a little later to talk more about work.